So we're going to look at biomolecules. This is our next unit. We're going to look at carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. So if you look at biomolecules, these are going to be large molecules that make up the components of all living things. So they're going to have a specific function in the foods that we eat. So 4 types: carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. Just as an FYI, nucleic acids can be found in any food item that was once living, but we really don't classify any food items in the nucleic acid category. That's why in the food labels, you don't actually see nucleic acid in it. So here is what your notes page is going to look like in the cloud assignment. So this is what it is. It has a column for carbohydrates, for lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. And we're going to look at the types of food, the function, the importance for the body, what is its structure, and showing the structure. So you're going to drag and drop the picture. And then with proteins, there is enzymes. So defining biomolecules. So a molecule that is produced by a living organism designed to carry out a specific function. So remember the 4 are carbohydrate, lipid, proteins, and nucleic acid. So some carbohydrates, you have sugars and starches. So you have bread, pasta, rice, fruit, and vegetables. So in your chart, types of food: bread, rice, vegetables, pasta, and fruit. So the function is going to be main source of energy. It's very quick and very immediate. That's why you carbo load before like a big game or a run. Kind of like Michael Phelps here. He has a huge carb amount in his daily meals. So function of carbohydrates, again, is the main source of energy. It's very quick. It's very immediate. Think of something like a sugar rush. So here is fireworks. It's very quick. It's very immediate. So the importance in the cell wall in plants, and it's also in the exoskeleton in animals. In plants, you have photosynthesis that produces sugar, which is going to be the building block of carbs. Building block meaning monomer. So what is the structure? We have monomer, polymer, and elements going to be in the next slide. But the importance of this for the body is the cell wall in plants, and then the plants use photosynthesis to produce the sugar. So the structure of a carbohydrate. The monomer is the monosaccharide. It's going to be a very simple sugar. The polymer is a polysaccharide, so poly meaning many. It's going to be the complex sugar. Elements being carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So CHO, which we're going to get more into it, but CHO is an easy way to remember it. And here's the structure. Lipids is going to be your fats and your oils. Some different types of food is going to be butter, oil, and fat. So types of food: butter, oil, fats, waxes also, anything greasy. So lipids is going to be your backup energy supply. So think of like a battery. You store it for a long period of time. It's your long-term energy, and it's also used for insulation. So things like that are in the colder weather, they're going to have more insulation in their body, so more fat in their body. So lipids, the types of food: butter, oil, fats. The function is going to be backup energy after carbs, long-term energy, insulation. The importance is going to be the lipid bilayer in the cell membrane, and blubber in marine animals to help insulate them. Isn't he cute? Lipids, the importance is going to be the lipid bilayer in the cell membrane, blubber in marine animals to help insulate them. Structure of a lipid. The monomer is going to be the glycerol and the fatty acid. The polymer is going to be the triglyceride, so 3 glycerides. Elements is CHO, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Proteins, so things like milk, eggs, meat, beans, and nuts. The protein function is going to speed up chemical reactions or enzymes, which we're going to talk more about enzymes in a minute, and it forms many body tissues like your bones and your muscle, and it's going to be used for growth and repair. So types of food: milk, eggs, meat, beans, and nuts. The function is going to speed up chemical reactions, form many body tissues, growth and repair. Importance is going to be most body structures, including muscle, bones, and hair. Enzymes speed up chemical reactions. Enzymes, so in this little box right here, it's going to be part of proteins. It's the catalyst, something that speeds up a chemical reaction, so works by lowering the activation energy. And enzymes only catalyze specific substrates like a lock and key. So you can think of it as when you get out of bed, you can get out of bed, but it's not very efficient unless you have some coffee, especially me. I love coffee, so I definitely use coffee to get out of bed. It's my motivation. So enzymes, it helps speed up that reaction. It helps speed up what is necessary for your body to process biomolecules. Proteins, the importance, most body structures, including muscle, bones, and hair. Enzymes, remember, not all proteins are enzymes, but all enzymes are proteins. The structure of a protein, we have amino acids, and the polymer being polypeptide. And the elements are CHON, so carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. So carbs and lipids were both CHO, so CHO, and then now in protein we got CHON. Nucleic acid is the last biomolecule. This is going to be your DNA and RNA. So it's going to be inside the cells of any food items that were once living. The function is going to code for proteins that produce traits. So your DNA is going to code a protein, and the protein is going to code a trait. So here is going to be a detached earlobe or an attached earlobe. The importance, it's in all living cells, both prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So in here, the human has a cell, the cell has a nucleus, the nucleus has a chromosome, and a chromosome is going to have DNA that codes. So nucleic acid, types of food inside the cells of any food that was once living. The function, it codes for proteins that produce traits. The importance, it's going to be in all living cells, both prokaryotic and eukaryotic. The monomer is going to be a nucleotide. The polymer is going to be a nucleic acid. And the elements are CHOMP, so carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphate. So carbs was CHO, lipids was CHO, protein was CHON, and now nucleic acid is CHOMP. And here is what it should look like when you are done. And that is it. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me or Remind 101 me.